Yes. Hello. My chair in here. Oh, I need another cushion behind my back. This is not cutting it. God damn. Who's here? Rob's here. Jessica's here. Bet's here. Sammy Joe. Hi, guys. I'm great, guys. Hello. Hello, it's good morning or afternoon. It's the morning here, darling. I'm on my second coffee. 1992, Stina's here. Sasha's here. Hey, Loz, I manifested that my sister would make up with my mum, and she did today. Oh, wonderful. Oh, I love a good family makeup story. That's great, darling. Night for you there, darling. Oh, hey, boss lady. Oh, Ripley Cat, thank you. 3D has been trying me, but I'm affirming. Janet. Just get your self-concept on point, darling, and it'll all unfold. Trust me. You know he loves you. Just trust in that. More. If all you can trust, Janet, is that he loves you. That's it. And that's all you affirm for him. He loves you and he loves his little family with you. And the rest of the time, you're just focusing on your shitty self-concept and getting that out of the toilet. All the things that caused him to choose other people and make you think it was just sexual. Work on that more than anything, because it's not important what the fuck he's doing in the 3D at the moment. He's only reflecting your thoughts about he's not choosing me. That's it. That's it. If you just concentrate on you, darling, just trust me when I say he'll have no choice but to reflect back, I'm the fucking chosen one. There's no one like me because I'm so this and that and da, 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 da. It's not about him. Got it? I'm not saying your self-concept's still in the loo because it's fucking not, but I'm just saying whatever remnants are still fishing around in there, fish them out, fix them. Whatever's swimming around in there, you know what I mean? I need help. I can't get my dog to vet till Thursday and dog leg is quivering and he seems in pain. Oh, no, Anne. Okay. Look, either you manifest that you can see another vet and there's a cancellation, you can see the vet straight away. I'm so relieved we got to see the vet straight away. I'm so relieved he got to the vet so quickly and manifest a quicker appointment, but also say things like like a vet shouldn't be for something like that. You should be able to get in the vet. Go to a different vet. Go to an emergency vet. You know what I mean? Like something like that, they should be able to take you in even for 5 minutes. You know, it's not a checkup. But either manifest the appointment quicker and then say, he's healing himself. He's fully recovered. My dog is so healthy. I'll wake up tomorrow and he'll be so healthy. His leg is fully recovered. It's like nothing happened. There is nothing wrong with my dog. My dog is so healthy. Start saying that to him. Just realised today that Selena Gomez manifested Chris Evans. Are they actually going out? Is that a thing? I saw something on TikTok about that, but I kind of scrolled past it. Really? Oh, excuse me, what? You want to sit on my lap, do you? Oh, bloody hell. Maybe a bit difficult. All right, come on then. Come on. How to manifest my dream car. I did that. Drive your current car as if it's your new car, the car you want, and imagine it in your mind, the picture of it. I scripted it. I'll find the scripting thing one day and do a video on it and show you my car because this is exactly what I wrote. And I would drive my old shitty rundown car with no aircon, a broken door, no lock, a side panel that was a different colour than the rest of the car. It was beaten up. It was just a shittiest car. And I used to say, I love my new car. It was so easy for me to get. And I would imagine as I was driving that old car that it was my new car. And I would say to my dog, isn't it so lovely and cool in here? It's so technological and I can listen to my YouTube videos while I'm driving and talk without touching the phone and all the things that are in my car now, right? It didn't matter what happened in the 3D. I still drove the car like that, and I was turned down by a million loan companies before I got that car, right? So drive your old car as if it's your new car and keep saying and imagining it's your new car. Can I manifest my wife who resents me and wants a divorce back and wants a divorce? Okay, so you've got a story that she resents you. So until you get rid of that story, darling, why would she not divorce you? Whatever dominant story you hold about someone will be true. So if your story is, I cheated on her, she resents me, she's hurt by me, she wants to take me to the cleaners, she hates me now, whatever the fucking story is, you're holding on to that and she'll continue to resent you until you see her like this. She loves me. She knows I'm the only man for her. She forgives me for everything. We are so blissfully coupled up. There is no one for her but me. Our family is back together. I'm so thankful that our family is back together. I'm so relieved that our family is back together. She loves me and only me. She forgives me for everything. The past is forgotten now for both of us. Say those things, darling. See her differently. I swear to you, she'll start changing in your reality. It'll be slow, but it'll happen. And every time she turns up being an asshole to you, or resentful, or saying something nasty, just think, she loves me. She knows I'm the only man for me. She forgives me for everything. Everything's forgiven and forgotten. We're the power couple. We're meant to be together. She knows that. Thank you so much. Honestly, darling, get rid of that resentment story. Whatever it is you did, go and forgive yourself. Go and do the Ho'oponopono prayer. Forgive yourself for what you did, and she'll forgive you too. But you've got to forgive yourself first as well for whatever it was you did. If you'd known better at the time, you would have done better. Now you know better, you'll do better. I was persisting and living in the moment, but my boyfriend didn't even wish me on my birthday. I left him. Oh no, darling. He didn't even wish you happy birthday? Darling, what's going on there? What is going on there with your self-concept? That you're with a person and they don't wish you happy birthday. What is going on? You have to really investigate that because that's pretty shitty. What in you makes you believe that people don't love you, that you aren't loved? What happened to you in childhood that makes you feel unloved? You need to really work on that, darling, because that's why that's showing up. And maybe you picked someone in the first place that wasn't even loving you enough in the first place. You actually picked a person like that, so it's a hell of a change to change them into someone who does. But they're simply reflecting the self-concept you had when you attracted them in the beginning. Right? Unless they were great in the beginning and you changed them. But sometimes you'll attract in a person who's not even great to you at the start based on your self-concept. You understand? But happy birthday, darling. That's awful. I know because of the old story, but wouldn't working on our self-concept get rid of the story? What's this, Brie? Yes, self-concept does get rid of the story to an extent, but sometimes the old story will still come back. In 77, you said, we get birds fall down with other people because our self-concept is getting better, but how come not with our SP? I know because of the old story, but wouldn't working on self-concept get rid of the old story? You'd think it would, but when you really care about someone, you're in love with them, you'll still hold on to that old story sometimes because your brain's trying to protect you. So have a think about this logically. When you're thinking about your SP, do you ever think of the stuff that you went through that was bad or the breakup or anything? You're not thinking about that within your exes because you don't give a shit, right? The things you give a shit about, your brain will still try to protect you, but we got really hurt, don't go back there. Remember when he said this? Remember when this happened? Right? And you'll cling on to it. That's why you've got to get rid of that old story. That's why it's not showing up in your 3D with the SP. Trust me, sit down and investigate. Am I still thinking any old story thoughts about my SP? If I have, then my self-concept hasn't improved that bit at all. You'll know because you'll be still thinking them. Occasionally they'll pop in your brain. Thanks, guys, for the roses, Kristen and H. Decino. Loz, things with SP crashed down and got physical and he broke my wrist. What? Loz, things with SP crashed down and got physical. Oh no, you mean like physical abuse. I thought you meant sex. And he broke my wrist. How do I revise to just be able to co-parent? I want nothing to do with him otherwise. Holy shit, darling, are you all right? Oh, Christ. And he's the father of your kids. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck, darling. All right. Look, I just watched a video just then and it was on TikTok and it was the original report of Chris Brown abusing Rihanna in the car. And it was fucking shocking. Like, look at the turnaround she's had. She was in a really abusive relationship and look at her now. Okay? Darling, I want you to decide that no one hurts me anymore. Okay? I am not that girl anymore. Death to the old me. Right? I am not that girl who gets hurt. I am the new me. And I remove myself from any situation with anyone who doesn't treat me beautifully. Okay? You either remove yourself completely from situations with him, absolutely, if you can, and just co-parent via text, and you get either someone else to do the drop-off, or when you drop off the children, you literally get the children to get out the car, you don't get out the car, and they get into his car. Like, literally like that. You don't even... It's like when people say... With a narcissist, you co-parent with no emotion, you co-parent by text only, logistically, the children will be able to be picked up at X time at X place. Thank you. That's it. No engagement in their shit, Don't involve yourself in the drama. Don't reply with any emotion. Just formal. Everything formal, like it's a business transaction now, because that's all he deserves after that treatment. Okay? And then you work on you, because you also need to protect your children in this. All right? And you need to build yourself up to be the best mum you can be, who's protected their children and themselves. Right? So remove yourself as much from his reality as you possibly can. Do everything in a business-like, formal fashion. Via text, almost no interaction whatsoever that you can possibly muster. Okay? If your children talk about him, don't even discuss it. Just don't even have him in your reality as a discussion point. Just say, you know, everything with my dad is fine. We'll work things out. We'll get along eventually. You know what I mean? Like if they've seen any of it. Work on you. I am treated beautifully now. Death to the old me. I deserve loving treatment. Right? Things like that. Does that help? I don't know. I hope so. But remove yourself completely from any interaction with him that you can, darling, please. Hi, Pamela. What's this? Loz, how to stop intrusive thoughts and spiraling? Guys, it's just negative thinking. It's not really an intrusive thought. It's just a negative thought. You're thinking a lot. You've got to affirm the opposite. And when you're spiraling, affirm a lot. Rampage. Go and do the Ho'oponopono or a guided meditation to get your mind right. I've got a lovely meditation I'm going to put on YouTube, guys, and in the self-concept course that's for anxiety and when you're feeling really anxious. I'll have it soon, out soon. Is it bad to manifest with time, like we'll be together by Thanksgiving? I don't like it. I don't believe in time limits, but if you want to do it, darling, go ahead. My family forgets my birthday every year. I know I need to look into that. Well, that's feeling unwanted, darling. That's feeling like you're forgotten, you're unchosen, you're not a priority. That's awful. Okay? I am the priority. My family love me. They dote on me. They're all about me now. How much of the courses? I don't know yet, guys. I was asking questions in the group the other day if you wanted me to share some of the meditations to YouTube, because that's a way that I can advertise and also double up on my content, so I'm not like just exclusively putting in the course. So I think I've got about 5 meditations in the course that are exclusive to the courses and 4 meditations that might be shared to YouTube, like the 8-hour sleep ones that I can't really put in the course. You don't want to download an 8-hour sleep tape. And then the workbook will be exclusive to the course, and the video teaching modules will be exclusive to the course. You won't be able to see them on YouTube. Okay, I'll have to work it out because I haven't filmed the video part yet of the teaching, the price. I just reacted to 3D and third party, my SP, and I just fought. Okay, well, go and revise it, darling. Imagine you didn't do that. Okay, go and revise the scene and change it. How to handle, sorry guys, I keep getting people asking me to go live. How to handle friends putting negative thoughts in our head because they don't trust our SP. Oh, I think I saw your question there, darling. I wasn't sure whether to answer it with a video or not because you've got your full name on TikTok. Guys, if you don't want me to answer you with a video, please change your name on TikTok from your full actual name and surname, because some people I've answered with a video and then they get really upset and they're like, oh my God, my name's on that. And it's like, well, your name's in the TikTok. How to handle friends putting negative thoughts in our head because they don't trust our SP. That's your thinking. Manifest. Okay, it's what you think they think of your SP, but it's also what you once thought. They're not trustworthy, they hurt me, blah blah blah, and they're literally parroting back your old thinking. Okay, so whatever comes out of anyone's mouth in your 3D, whether it's a friend, a parent, your SP, a stranger, is manifest from your old thinking. Okay, it was something you once thought. So you've just got to accept that, oh my God, I did once think this, that I couldn't trust them because they went and cheated on me, or they did the dirty on me, or stole my cash, or blah, 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 right? And you've got to realize that and not get angry when someone says something in your 3D that you once thought. Because if you investigate it, subconsciously you once thought that, okay? Or you thought they thought that about the person. Then you just go, okay, thanks for that. And then don't discuss your SP with anyone anymore. Don't discuss your SP with anyone, guys. If somebody starts talking about them with you, you say, I don't want to talk about them anymore. It really upsets me. Can we not? And if they're a true friend, they won't bring it up anymore. Okay? And then work on those thoughts that you have. Love you. You're truly the best. Oh, thank you, Carla. Should I start my antidepressants or will it mess up my thoughts for manifestations? Darling, don't not take your meds. Absolutely go and take them if the doctor's recommended them and you feel you need them. Do it. Just affirm that it won't have any effect on you. I knew you would see that one. I got major SP movement though. Oh, wonderful, Miss Mitchell. Did you? Wonderful. Stealing Chris off Selena. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, so they are together, are they? Oh, Lizzo will be upset. You can change your man by affirming and changing story. It took me years to change my ex who have been beating me. Now he changed, but I'm not with new SP. But now I'm with new SP. Oh, okay. So he's completely changed. Wonderful, darling. There you go. From an abuse story. Side point. Okay. Viewpoint. It's very difficult for me to talk about abuse stuff because a lot of people get very angry, and it's like I'm saying you manifest your own abuse. Okay. But you've got to understand that everything in your reality is a reflection of your self-concept. And if you truly investigate your thinking about yourself when you got in that relationship or as the relationship progressed, you've got to identify what insecurities and what fearful thoughts was I having about myself and that person that may have contributed to this situation. And I'm not blaming anybody. But if you can see your ex-husband differently, darling, or your co-parent differently, and see him as loving towards you, beautiful towards you, this is the other thing I forgot to say. Remove yourself, but also see him as kind now, remorseful, a wonderful parent, co-parents so easily with you, so calm in his demeanor, all those things, then he will change. Just like this person was saying, they changed their thoughts about them and they changed. Exactly. Wonderful, Queen Shy. That's great. Hang on. What's the difference between entitlement and law of assumption? Entitlement? What are you talking about? Law of assumption is simply how your mind works, darling. It's happening all the time. It's not something we're suddenly deciding to do and we're like, we're so up ourselves, we're so entitled, we're going to get anything we want. Your brain, your mind, constantly reflects thought out and people reflect it back because of oneness, because we're all one consciousness. It's constantly happening. It's not a thing you can stop. You've always been doing it. If you don't believe me, test yourself and see. Go and see if you can get someone to say something, do something, wear something, and you realize you did that. Also look at your life and see, did I think any of this might happen? Or is any of this based on my shitty thinking about myself? Like I'm always broke and I'm always fucking broke, or this relationship's falling apart and then it does. It's not entitlement, darling. It's literally how your brain works. It's just people are identifying what they've been thinking, then they're changing it. That's why the law of attraction isn't the thing, because you're not attracting anything. It's literally within you, and it's your thought being sent out, and people reflect it back because we are all one consciousness. Understand? Loz, I'm signing the contract for a house tomorrow. You really helped me affirm with 2 weeks. With 2 weeks left? Oh, wonderful, darling. So you only had 2 weeks left of your rental and you found a new house already. You're welcome, darling. So getting rid of the story would be like, SP has always loved and respected me, something like that. Yes, darling. Getting rid of the story is one thing, but it's the new story you have to concentrate on. He loves me. He dotes on me. He's always been loving and affectionate to me if he was never affectionate. He always makes time for me if his job was the priority. Absolutely. Loz, manifested roommate, getting job out of state. I like her, but for now, SP to move in. Oh, wonderful, darling. Loz, my SP, who I'm affirming for, no longer friends with benefits, in a relationship, texted to see me tomorrow morning. Oh, so many success stories in this line. Wonderful, darling. That's great. How do I get my SP to propose to me? Well, darling, got to be in the state of married to him already. Okay? Because proposal doesn't necessarily mean you get married. You could just get a ring on your finger and you break up. Right? You want to be married. We're so blissfully, happily married. He loves being my husband. He's such a wonderful husband to me. I'm so wifey. He always shows me off to everyone as his wife. He's always telling everyone I'm his wife. He's so proud to call me his wife. So those things will come about. And walk around as if you've got a ring on your finger in your mind. Accept less than while manifesting? No, thank you. What are you talking about? Accept less than? That's some LOA bullshit. That's this or something better. Oh, I can't tell you how to manifest what you want, so maybe just something else is going to come along because I can't teach you how to fucking do this because I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. We don't accept less than. What are you talking about? No. That's not the point. You have unrealistic expectations, guys, when you're manifesting. You want what you want. You decide you're going to get it. You decide there are no limits to you. You don't struggle. You don't settle. No. Thank you for your advice and guidance. Oh, you're welcome, darling. Do you manifest in steps? I don't necessarily myself, but you can. I go more living in the end, okay, as if it's already done, but you can do that. Loz, should we also not discuss our relationship with our SP to our SP so we act neutral in 3D? Look, unless they bring it up, I wouldn't be discussing where is our relationship going, our relationship's this and that. If you want to discuss your feelings about them and your feelings about certain things that have happened, absolutely, but don't be asking them where it's going. Fuck no. You decide where it's going in your mind, guys. You understand that? I've called him big bossing last year and now he's saying boss on all his posts. Oh, really? Hi, Loz. I've been manifesting my SP and things have changed for the better, but now he's gone to... What, Susie? What's the name of your YouTube channel? It's not up yet, guys, but it'd be the same as my account, Subconscious Laws. My SP reflects everything I want. I wanted friends with benefits, friends, and now a relationship is coming. Oh, good, darling. Should I focus on my self-concept before going on with new story affirmations? No, it's the same thing, guys. Your self-concept is linked to the new story. You created the old story with your shitty new old self-concept, right? So the new story, you can still think the new story thoughts because they're linked to your self-concept. If you feel lovable now, you decide you're lovable. Well, he loves me. That's the new story. It's linked to your self-concept, understand? So do them at the same time. How to manifest a career. I have the dream career. I love my brilliant career. Everyone's so jealous of what I do. Just step into the state of having it already and saying those kind of affirmations. They don't have to be specific unless you want them to be. Like, I'm everyone's favourite blah, blah, blah engineer. Lois, I have the SP. I have the love now. I want the money. Oh, what do I know? Well, come and join our money challenge in the Facebook group. Guys, we're doing a money and success challenge. It ends at the end of the week. Okay, and come and listen to, there's a Wallace D. Waddles audio book I've included there for you to listen to called The Science of Getting Rich. It's excellent. And come and do the affirmations with us. Step into the state every day of wealthy. Ireland on Tuesday, and I've not heard from him. I'm trying not to let the 3D get to me. I'm struggling. Hang on. Oh, is this the rest of it, Susie? Hang on, where's the beginning? This is so hard to read when there's bits and pieces of the question. The Facebook group on Fridays in Facebook, you can write a whole essay to me because you can write more than this on Facebook Fridays. Manifest my SP to have changed for the better, but now he's gone to Ireland. Yeah, gone to Ireland on Tuesday. I've not heard from him. I'm trying not to let the 3D get me, but I'm struggling. All right, he's gone to Ireland on Tuesday. What, to live? Why are you considering that an obstacle, a problem? I don't get it. Why is that a problem? Now he's gone to Ireland. Okay, so what, on a holiday or for work, or he's disappeared completely? Guys, if you consider distance a problem, it will be a problem. He's away from me, blah, blah, blah. I wonder if he's going to contact me. Maybe he doesn't even care about me, and then he won't contact you, and the distance will be a problem. Stop thinking it's a fucking problem, darling. I want to get rid of third party. How can I do that? You've got to stop focusing on the bitch, darling. If you focus on the obstacle, like long distance, it will get worse, okay? You've got to see you and your third party together. You've got to think of you and your SP together. If you were married, would the third party still be there? If you're having sex, would you wake up in the morning and having morning sex and there's the bitch sitting on the end of the bed having a geezer? She wouldn't be there, would she? She doesn't exist in your reality if you're together. So take her from your reality altogether if you can and focus on affirmations and visualizations of you and your SP together. And if you think of the bitch, banish her from your mind as much as you can. You are loved for who you are. Affirm. Exactly, guys. This is the flaw of the whole premise of law of attraction. They're saying it's something outside of you deciding. No, no, no. Everything that manifests in your 3D reality is a reflection of who you are, who you think you are, who you think others are, what you think situations are. If you think long distance is a problem, it will be. If you think your SP doesn't love you, they won't. If you think you aren't chosen, you won't be chosen by them or anyone. Not for a job, not for an audition, not for a new car, not for nothing. Because your predominant thought about who you are is a person who isn't chosen. Are you guys getting this? It's all, I am this, I am that, what you think I am. That's all manifesting is. It's really fucking simple. So if you want to manifest what you want, you have to change what you think you are. And step into that state every fucking day as much as you can. When I get my YouTube channel, guys, I have some lovely meditations for waking up in the morning into your power, stepping into your power, and going to sleep at night in the wish fulfilled. So that both times of the day, you are falling asleep as the person and waking up as that person. And you try as hard as you can to have the thoughts of that person as you've stepped out of bed for the rest of the day. You are now the new you. Who you are is the new you, and that will reflect. If you don't do that and you slip back into the old you all fucking day, all you reflect is your old thinking and the old you, and the old things will keep happening. Got it? It's so fucking simple, manifesting. You're doing it all the time. Your current 3D is a reflection of what you currently and used to think about yourself and everyone else and situations. So if you don't change it, it won't change. That's literally it. Got it? Lois, can we have a one-to-one? I used to do them, darling. I finished them in July because they were just too taxing on my time. I was doing 30 calls a week or more, and it was ending up to be 50 hours a week or something because I said they were half-hour calls and they were all 45 minutes to an hour. And then they were just so emotionally draining. So when I do the self-concept course, guys, I promise most of what I did on the calls is in that self-concept course, an assessment of your self-concept. You can do it yourselves in your own time. And then I will do group coaching with that, but so long as you've done the course or had a call with me originally. Movement. Oh, Honey Pony Lolly one. What's the movement? Wonderful. Can't wait for your YouTube meditations. Yeah, look, even I've been listening to them. I've been listening to them as I go for a walk. Myself, listening to myself. Sounds so arrogant, but I used to make them for myself because I used to be a voiceover artist. And I find them really effective because it stops my mind wandering. SP was hinting she was moving far away, but she told me today she's moving back to the city where I live. Oh, wonderful. That's definite movement, darling. That's great. It's easy, but so hard. Well, darling, it will be hard for you. And now you're putting a fucking laughing emoji because I told you off the other day for being so negative, and now you've just written a negative comment. I'm glad you put a laughing emoji after that so I didn't shout at you. But you see what you do in your comments? Can you see it? Glad you're laughing about it, but can you see it? I haven't been affirming my SP has work issues have happened. Does the delay progress of SP? I haven't been affirming my SP as work issues have happened. Oh, okay, sorry, I read that wrong. Does that delay the progress of SP? Just say nothing delays this. My work has no effect on my life. I have no delays. Say those next time. Can't wait for meditations. Yeah. Look, my morning one, I love the morning one. It's great. I think that will be the first one I put out. Can you just let one of your meditations out on YouTube? Guys, I promise it'll be a couple of weeks. But give me like 2 weeks and I'll start Brittany. Well, I'll get up Brittany to upload the videos and we'll do it in about a fortnight, okay? Isn't it wonderful that I am rich? That's a great one, darling. Wonderful. Your hair looks so great. Oh, thanks. It's very witchy poo this morning. Oh, thanks for the fairy bread, Jesus. When your friends are getting your manifestations, this is Birds for Land, right? Yes, darling. Say that, absolutely. My third party is leaving. I never mention her. He is the one mentioning her here and now and then. Okay, well, don't worry about it. If they're leaving, just banish. If they mention her or him or whoever it is, just be like, anyway, la la, just don't even entertain conversation about them. Don't even entertain conversation. Just like they're like Beetlejuice. If you keep mentioning her, they'll keep showing up. So stop fucking mentioning her. I fought with my SP for it. He told me, did not talk to me again. I don't know what to do. I fought my SP for it. What are you talking about, darling? Whatever you did, if you had a fight, revise it. Go back to the scene of the argument and change it. And don't say what you said. Don't say what he said. Really listening to grasp this. Don't yell at me. Okay, darling. Look, I understand MLAJCAJ. I used to be very negative. A lot of you will find that shocking because I'm so positive on these lives. But I used to be the most negative person. People used to tell me that. God, you're negative. It would be my instant. I had to really work on it. My instant go-to was the negative. I would always see the fault, the things I'd done wrong. I would always assume the worst. I would always read into people's words to me and things they did and think that they were being negative towards me or harsh towards me, and I couldn't see the positive. It was astounding. I remember once I had to ask someone to write a report about me, like it was for some job or something, and it was so glowing. It was like a character reference, and there were 2 points in it. It was like a 100-word thing, or like 500-word thing. And there were 2 sentences where she wrote, Lauren could be more spontaneous and less controlling in the way she lives her life or something. And that's all I saw. And the rest was this glowing thing. And all I zoned in on was the negative statement. And she said to me, out of all the things I wrote, that's all you saw? What's wrong with you? Right? That's what you're doing. Just change that. My SP lives abroad and it's not a problem at all. Exactly, guys. I know people who masturbate furiously over FaceTime every night in different countries. Don't worry about it. What made you truly believe in LOA? I don't believe in LOA. What are you fucking talking about? You mean law of assumption? LOA, no liveth here. She don't live here anymore. I listened to all that shit and realised it confused the fuck out of me. I was manifesting properly when I was about 19 when I discovered to say, I am something. And then it would come about to consciously manifest. I was already doing it, obviously. Then I read The Secret in 2004 and it confused the crap out of me when I watched the film and read the books. And I read all the fucking books. It says lost connection. Are you guys still there? Sorry, my phone just rang. So, just getting back to what I was saying. I don't believe in law of attraction. And in that video I did about law of attraction doesn't exist, there's all these people suggesting to me that I read The Secret. You really should read The Secret. You really should read Ask and It Is Given. Read Ask and It Is Given. And I felt like writing, listen, you dumb bitch, do you honestly think that I would be commenting on what the law of attraction is if I hadn't read every fucking book I could find on the law of attraction in the past. I've listened to every single Esther Hicks lecture I can think of. Okay, Abraham Hicks. I've read every secret book. I've got them in my back room back there. The only one I haven't read is the most recent one because I'd rather use it as firewood. Okay, but The Greatest Secret and The Secret are pretty much the same book. It's just been rehashed. Okay, and these people are honestly saying to me, oh, you should read that. Do you think I'd be commenting on what the law of attraction is if I didn't understand it fundamentally as wrong and had picked fucking holes in the whole thing and understood that it doesn't work? And then people are like, manifesting does work. Listen, bitch, did you watch the video? I'm talking about manifestation. Stop using your reticular activating system to filter out everything and only notice the negative, and start listening and see the part in the video where I say what manifestation is. God damn it. I really have to reply to that video, but there'll be a whole lot of angry, triggered people again going, blah, 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 and it's like, wow, guys, the bad juju in here is like excessive. You haven't listened to a word I said, and you've only read the title. Or if you did read the title, you only noticed bad shit. And that says something about you, not me. Well, it does say something about me that I assume people are out here get angry. So it is me pushed out. What if my SP is overthinker and their thoughts conflict with mine and I'm trying to manifest? Brandon, you're lost as hell. They're only reflecting your thinking. If you think your SP is an overthinker, she will be an overthinker. If you think she psychoanalyzes every fucking thing and it's conflicting with you, it will conflict with you. All they can do is reflect your thinking. Do you think she thinks too much? She's anxious. She's got issues. She doesn't want you. She doesn't love you. She's pissed off with you. She resents you. What are your thoughts about her? She'll literally reflect that back and you'll have no choice but to see that in your reality from her until you change the fucking story about her. So change that story about she resents you. Change the story about she overthinks. Change the story about she's going to push your thoughts away. Change that fucking story. Did she reflect at any time your thoughts about yourself like, I'm not good enough, other guys are better than me, she doesn't want me? Well, ta-da, you fucking did that. Esther Hicks riddles like cognitive dissonance. Oh, wow. Esther Hicks is the biggest fraud I've ever seen. And that's what The Secret's based on. That's what people don't understand. The Secret is completely based on her teachings. And then they added all the other people because they couldn't have a woman channeling a spirit on a film that was meant for the masses because everyone would have been like, what is this crazy woo-woo shit? And no one would have fucking watched it. So they had to get normal-looking people like Bob Proctor on there. And then Bob changed all his teachings. If you listen to Bob Proctor in the 80s, he ain't talking about vibration. We started adapting it when The Secret came out. She should jump in her vortex. So even if I'm not ready for my SP and still getting movement, should I stop affirming for him? Why would you stop affirming for them? If you're not ready, what do you mean not ready? Guys, you don't have to have your self-concept on point and be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. What do you mean ready? I'm going to wait 5 years because I think that's going to be how long it takes me to sort all my shit out because my childhood crap's really, really involved and, oh, wow, it's going to take a long time. Is that what you're talking about? Don't think that way. Should we think of our SPs like an empty bag we fill up? Oh, if that helps you. Whatever image helps you guys. But you've got to understand they're not robots. Okay? They have their own personalities. But they're reflecting your thinking. Understand? What can I affirm to not procrastinate? I get everything done. I believe in me. I can do anything I put my mind to. I know I do everything right. That comes from not feeling like you can do anything right and a fear of failure, darling. It's got nothing to do with motivation. When people start going, you're just not motivated, you're just lazy. No, you dumb bitch. It's about a lack of self-belief and a critical parent who always made you feel like you couldn't do anything right, or you were constantly put down, or you made you feel not good enough and you feel like you do things wrong, so you're scared of doing anything fucking wrong, so you never start. Nothing to do with laziness. Do they hear our inner conversations? In their own minds, yes. Okay, so it becomes their thinking. And they'll think, I can't stop thinking about her. Wonder what she's doing. God, I'm masturbating furiously about her every night. I'm getting really sexual fantasies about her. What's going on? Because you're sending out the stuff, right? I love you. I instantly feel a shift in my energy. Greetings from Macedonia. Oh, thank you, darling. I've never been there. Preach. Okay, good. Can you please help explain inner conversations? Look, you're having inner conversations with yourself all day. What kind of things do you say to yourself? Fuck, you're an idiot. God, you screw everything up. What'd you do that for? You bump yourself into a table. God, you're a klutz. They're inner conversations you are having with yourself all day. As Neville said, your negative self-talk is running all the time. You just don't realize it because you're so used to it, you're not observing it. Okay? So an inner conversation with someone else is like what you do all day with yourself, but you change it to what you wish they would say to you and what you could say to them. So you would have an inner conversation with your SP. When you're at work all day, baby, you miss me, don't you? And he's like, oh yeah, babe, I can't stop thinking about you. Sometimes I like have to go on my phone and just look at pictures of you because I miss you so much. And you're like, oh, that's sweet. Inner conversations with them. SP is hurtful to me after speaking with his ex-sister-in-law. Is that a reflection of my thinking? Yes, because you think he's hurtful. You think he hurts you. You think he does things to hurt you. You think he's unkind. You think he speaks to other people badly about you. You think he doesn't talk nicely about you to others. Is that what it is? Can you talk about vain affirming? That's what 369 technique is. That's what 55 by 5 is. I'm still loved and wanted, 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 I wonder what I'm going to have for dinner, I'm still loved and wanted. That's vain affirming. It doesn't work because you're not actually thinking the thoughts, you're meant to be thinking the thoughts, right? That's why writing it down like Bart Simpson on a chalkboard doesn't work either. Also known as always active listening to yourself. Yes, because we're passively not observing ourselves, guys, all day. I have so many inner conversations with mine, and he did tell me he loved me. Oh, wonderful, darling. That's great. Has anyone manifested commitment? What are you talking about, darling? Go to the Facebook group. We got an engagement the other day. Go to the Facebook group. Read the success stories on the main page. Links in my bio. What happens if you dream about things you don't want to manifest? Oh, God, I had a weird dream this morning. It was really fucking weird. What was it? Sammy Ingram was in my dream for some reason. And she was in a Halloween costume as a cheerleader. That was weird. And everyone was given patchouli spice to put all over themselves and they walked in the door. Dreams don't mean anything, guys. This was the weirdest dream. I had a lecture hall and everyone walked in and my dad was there and Sammy Ingram was talking. It was the fucking weird. Dreams don't mean anything, guys. It's whatever you put the meaning on. So if you have a dream and it's the opposite of what you want to manifest, sometimes they're just fucking gobbledygook from your subconscious. Okay, it's trying to work out the new thoughts and it's coming out with this gobbledygook in the night. My brother sleepwalks. He has the most fucking weird dreams. Okay, and he walks out the front door of the house thinking he's gone for a walk or something, or in space or something, and he's fast asleep. They don't mean anything. Don't give them any meaning. Let's say you had a bad interaction with your SP. Is it good to revise it later? Yes, please. Revise it straight away or later. My SP, you can't find commitment success stories in the Facebook group. Scroll down, darling. There's a gazillion of them. My SP was meant... Go and read Jamie's story, Jayme. Go and read John Johnson's stories. Okay, I can't think of other people at the top of my head at the moment. Lisa McDonough. Dreams are messages for yourself to yourself, yes. How? I know I'm negative, but I need to learn. I believe in you. Okay, good. Look, guys, it's a process. It's a lot of old thinking that you've got to get rid of, okay? So don't beat yourself up, darling. So what methods do you use for manifesting? There really aren't any methods, darling, but it's literally this. You're changing your thinking. So however you go about that is however you go about that, whatever suits you. It could be affirming. I am loved. I am wanted. It's the opposite of what you think now. No one loves me. No one wants me. Okay? The opposite of whatever the fuck you think. That's all affirming is. Okay? And you try and flip your thoughts during the day when you have the old shitty thinking. That's more important than affirming on some kind of schedule or writing them down. You could script. You could sit there and write the new story of you. Write your wedding vows to your SP and what they would say to you. Dear diary, today we did this and did that as if you're already married. That's living in the end in scripting. You could visualize a scene that implies your wish is fulfilled, but doing all three things, the aim is to step into the state of having it already. So you're living in the end or from the end, as if you're seeing from your eyeballs a world that already has what you want in it. You're already with your SP. You are already married. You are already the girl or man you want to be. That's the point. Because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between reality and what you're dreaming about in your mind, what you're imagining in your mind. Okay? Was ignored by entire family 2 months for reporting abuse as a child. What should I affirm? Was ignored by entire family 2 months for reporting abuse as a child. What should I affirm? Okay. My family are so understanding. My family understand me now. They accept what I said happened. They believe me. They believe in me. They're so supportive of me. Okay? A lot of that has to do with shame. Shame's a very potent thing, guys, in families, especially where abuse is concerned and they didn't observe it themselves and they feel guilt and shame for not having noticed it and having let it happen. Right? I forgive my family. I forgive them for the way they acted. They're so understanding now and they forgive me for confusing them or whatever and they fully believe me now. Say that, darling. If that's what it's about. What are your thoughts on dating while manifesting? Makes no difference, darling. My ex came back when I was with someone else, fucking someone else. He didn't care. How do I manifest someone to miss me and regret? They miss me so much and regret everything that happened. They love me so much. You can say that, darling, but I'd rather you lived in the end. Like they're already with you. I tried to join Facebook with a new account to join group, but it kicked me out. I don't know why. But Facebook kicked me out. Well, I wouldn't have kicked you out of the group. Ella, try it again and I'll apply again. I always approve everyone pretty much, unless you don't answer the questions. If you didn't answer the questions, I might have kicked you out, but... How do I not get triggered by the 3D? I know I shouldn't be looking at it, but I feel awful. Look, guys, you just got to live in your mind more. I don't know how else to say it other than that. You've got to live up in your mind, in your imagination, all fucking day if you can, to stop looking at the 3D. Or accept it. Okay, well, this is happening. I'm going to live in my mind now. If we want to do therapy, which type of therapy do you recommend? It's called schema therapy. It's much deeper than cognitive behavioral therapy. It goes into your childhood beliefs and your core beliefs. Schema, S-C-H-E-M-A. Is affirming out loud better than thinking it? It's pretty much the same, darling. I do it out loud just because I can't help it. I'm always open to be vulnerable and don't play games to look good equals people underestimate me. What to say? Peeps underrate me. I'm always open to be vulnerable and don't play games to look good. Well, you have an assumption that to be taken seriously or to get far in life, you have to play games and look good. And you also have an assumption that people underrate you. So what the fuck's that about, darling? That's about I'm not good enough. I have to change myself. I can't be myself. People won't accept me for who I am. You've got to start saying people love me for who I am. They love me just as I am. I can be whoever I want to be and they love me anyway. I can be my lovable, vulnerable, open self and everyone loves me for it. No one plays games in my reality. Everyone's so genuine with me. Nice people win. Like you've got an assumption that you've got to be an asshole, you've got to play games, you've got to have a facade on to win. Get rid of that belief. Isn't I remember when kind of revising? Yes, I remember when we used to be apart. I remember when we weren't even talking. I remember when we didn't speak for that whole year. I remember when I thought you hated me. I remember when I cried myself to sleep every night. I remember that, babe. Don't you remember? It was awful. You're thinking about it as if you're back together. It's a great revising technique. I reported it as a child, was ignored as punishment, now get ignored all the time. Oh, okay, right. So you have an assumption that because you weren't listened to as a child, that's going to continue to happen in your adulthood. No one dares ignore me. Everyone listens to what I have to say. What I have to say is so important to them. They hang on my every word. They believe everything I have to say. Everyone is so wonderful to me now. I'm treated so beautifully now. Everyone listens to me. Lisa. Is it okay to not revise but rather just move on to a new story? Yes, you can, guys, but a lot of the time that means you're fearing the old story and you don't want to repeat it because it makes you upset. And that makes me question, why can't you do that? I just requested to join the Facebook group. Oh, wonderful day. Does an assumption about SP sound like SP can't stop thinking about me and loves me endlessly? That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's your new thought, your new assumption. I assume this about you now. You can't stop thinking about me. Wonderful. I'm manifesting an SP and a different and great guy came in. Is this best for land? What should I do? Yes, guys, it can happen. Happen to me. And sometimes the second SP turns out to be the one you want. Right? It can happen. Because they reflect your new self-concept and they turn out great. And the old SP will come back anyway. My SP was mean to me today, but I was sweet and flirty and moved along with my day. Wonderful, darling. Just forget what the fuck they did and they'll act differently next time. Just see them differently. And he doesn't do that anymore. He's so sweet to me. He only says kind words to me. What are the limits of the law, like people using it for bad or defying the laws of gravity, lol? Yes, there are limits, which is, does it feel natural? As Neville said, or I think Wayne Dyer talks about this in one of his lectures, that Neville, kind of applying it to Neville's teachings. If a guy asked him was 5'7", so are you saying that I could become an NBA basketball player? And he said to him, does that feel natural to you? That would be a possibility for you being 5'7"? And he said, no. He said, well, then it won't be. Right? So if you've got such a limit in your mind that that's so unnatural, then it won't happen for you. But there is one 5'7" basketball player that was in the 80s or 90s. He obviously had no limit in his mind that it was not unnatural to him. And he would duck and dive and be able to dunk. And he was 5'7", right? But most other people have this long-held belief that you have to be over 6 foot to be in the NBA. So for him, it didn't feel natural. But for this other guy, for some reason, he had such enormous self-belief that he didn't care he was 5'7", and no one else cared he was 5'7". It's kind of the limits you place on yourself, really. But also, yes, you don't want to be manifesting bad shit for other people, because it will reverberate back to you, either void, as in nothing happens, or actually reverberates back and happens kind of to you, which is what people call karma. So you want to live by the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have done unto you when manifesting. You know what I mean? I keep affirming for my SP to constantly message me and call. I see results, but then she stops doing it because you keep fearing that she'll stop. You're wondering if it will last. You're thinking this is too good to be true. Okay, go and read Mitch's stories he just posted in the Facebook group. He had no contact with his SP before, and he's getting all this contact now. Okay? Lots of guys in the group getting success at the moment. Lost my SP from months ago, came back, and is conforming 100% to what I wanted months ago. Miranda! You're doing that, darling. Keep going. Don't drop that new story. Biggest tip for a newbie. Stop watching anyone that's not me. Kimberly's manifesting with Kimberly or Sasha, right? I am Sasha Official. Pretty much press not interested in any other videos, okay? Because most other people on here don't know what they're talking about. And I would only recommend those accounts because they'll confuse you. Secondly, I would just be affirming the new thoughts that you want to have and having visualizations of living in the end of what you want to have, right? Two main things. Watching a TV, and 2 lines was, belief is the most powerful spell, and what you give power to has power. Yes, both are right. Just joined to tell you, my SP texted me. What? Out of the blue today. Oh, just wonderful. SP is texting me now, but keeps blocking and unblocking me. Oh, God. Look, if you've got a blocker, all it is, guys, is really your thoughts of, they don't want me. Right? So it's like hot and cold behavior, but it comes blocking, unblocking. Right? They love me. Oh, they don't love me. They left me on red. Oh, maybe they're looking at other girls. Oh, no, he's back. Oh, no, but maybe this is too good to be true. It won't last. Remember last time when he's blocked me again. Stop thinking any negative thoughts about him. Okay? All my favorite coaches. Yes! They're all great, guys. What about create your future? Oh, no, I'm talking about just TikTokers, right? YouTube would be create your future. Absolutely. One of the OG accounts of Law of Assumption. Okay? Even though they say it's Law of Attraction channel, but it's not. Sammy Ingram, even though recently there's a couple of her videos are hella confusing, but Sammy. Caleb at a channel called Pluto's Gate. Manifesting with Kimberly and Kimberly's. They're on YouTube too. Mm-hmm. And Lane did coaching with me. Yes, Lane. Can't remember the name of her account though. What's it called? SP had birthday last night. He blacked out. I'm giving it meaning. It's because I wasn't there. Well, exactly, darling. Of course he did. Because why would he want to spend the night with anyone else but you? Manifesting new SP, but old one X came back. What does that mean? Yeah, it does, darling. It means your self-concept's on point. It means it's working. You're emanating new thoughts about yourself out to everyone. It's just working on the X's instead of the SP. So get rid of the old SP story. Guys, I've got to go because battery's about to run out. So guys, please do follow me if you don't follow me already. I go live twice a day. Put the notification bell on so you know when. I also give you warning in the Facebook group. So come and join the Facebook group. You can come and do our Money and Success Challenge with us as well. And you can watch all these lives back in there, about a month and a half behind at the moment. But you can find them in the media or photos section or under TikTok lives hashtag. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you soon. See you guys. See ya. Bye.